Imagine the terror of discovering that your child suffers from a deadly genetic disease, a disease so rare that no one, not the government nor drug companies, are willing to invest in a cure. What would you do? Well, the family you're about to meet faced this devastating situation, and what they helped create was nothing short of a miracle. In April of 1988, Carrollton, Texas police detective Mark Dant and his wife Jean became the proud parents of a beautiful baby boy. They named him Ryan.
He was a healthy little boy, 8 pounds, 13 ounces. We looked forward to it for a long time, and we just knew Ryan would be a great addition to our family, and we were right.
For the first 2 years of his life, Ryan seemed perfect. But when he turned 3, a routine visit to the pediatrician brought some very disturbing news.
The doctor said, "I'm concerned that Ryan's stomach is larger than it should be, and I'd like for you to go down and see a genetic specialist down at Children's Hospital."
I'm kind of a skeptic, and I thought, well, doctors always find something wrong. That's their job.
This is a genetic disorder.
But what the doctors found was catastrophic. Ryan had a deadly disorder known as mucopolysaccharidosis, or MPS. His cells lacked a critical enzyme needed to break down complex sugars. Ryan's body would slowly deteriorate, and he would die by the age of 10. Worse still, the disease was so rare that no one was searching for a cure.
Now, I know this is sort of complicated and unexpected. But
I can remember Dr. Weber saying there was no treatment, that we should take Ryan home and have as normal a life as possible with him.
For as long as he's with us.
I couldn't believe it. It was really a shock.
I remember Ryan taking his little hand and wiping Jean's face, and I remember him saying, "It'll be okay, Mommy," because he didn't understand. In my mind, I pictured him growing up and doing all the things little boys do, playing baseball and basketball. I remember visualizing all those dreams and thinking, they're gone.
But it wasn't long before Ryan began feeling the effects of his disease.
Ryan loved to play baseball, but as time went on, his hands weren't able to grip a bat anymore. And so I took some little tiny batting gloves and sewed Velcro on the gloves and taped some Velcro on the neck of the bat. And then he would swing the bat and his hands would stay on the bat and he could still hit. I think our entire being became Ryan and what we could do to help him enjoy life and to give him dreams.
Mark refused to let his son's dreams die without a fight. He began by researching everything currently known about MPS. He started with medical textbooks and scientific articles, but nothing he found gave him a reason for hope. And so he began traveling to MPS conferences, desperately searching for someone with an answer.
Mostly what I came away with from the conferences is seeing the road that Ryan was on, and I would go away with a horrible feeling in my heart that we had to find someone right now who could help us, because we couldn't get Ryan off that road unless there was research and an answer.
And then, at a conference in Orlando, Florida, Mark suddenly found a possible answer. He learned that UCLA scientist Dr. Emil Kakis had successfully treated dogs afflicted with MPS using a method called enzyme replacement therapy. Mark contacted him immediately.
We're running a COM number 1.
I had been working on enzyme therapy for MPS-1 since 1991. I'd spent several years and successful years in showing we could make this enzyme and we could treat an animal model that has this disease, but we were unable to get enough funding to be able to go and treat children with this disease.
This was our answer. I just knew that this was our answer, but he needed something from us, and we would do whatever it would take to get him what he needed.
To raise money for Dr. Kakis, Mark and Jean created the Ryan Foundation for MPS Children. Their first fundraiser was a bake sale.
Well, wait a second.
All of our friends and coworkers baked cookies and cakes and brownies.
You gotta think about it. Break it down. Cookies are 75 cents.
And at the end of the day, we had $342 cash. I thought, this is ridiculous. We're going to need $1 million.
So the dance took their fundraising a step further. They began to organize raffles, charity auctions, and even a golf tournament. Mark went door to door in his community searching for donations and sponsors.
It was extremely difficult to raise money for a disease that no one had ever heard of. If I went to 100 places, 99 of them would say no. One of them would say yes. I remember walking by Ryan's room every night. We'd go in and rub our fingers through his hair, and standing in the dark, I could picture his dreams again. And the next day would bring new hope, and we'd go back out again.
Their hard work and dedication paid off. In their first year, the foundation managed to raise $40,000. Not only did the money help Dr. Kakis continue his research, but it gave everyone involved with the project a new sense of purpose.
It really inspired us because we knew then we couldn't stop, that we had to make it happen because we had this connection with this family whose lives were depending on us doing this.
But while Dr. Kakis searched tirelessly for a treatment, time was running out for Ryan.
He wasn't able to raise his arms above his head anymore. He would have severe headaches where he would basically pass out. He would ask questions like, what's it going to be like when I die? What's it going to be like in heaven? And we'll be with you forever. These are questions a father and a mother should never have to answer. We went out and doubled and tripled and quadrupled our efforts to keep that lab open, because this was the man that would bring Ryan hope and bring back our dreams. We just knew it.
By 1997, with the help of the Ryan Foundation, Dr. Kakis's treatment was nearly ready. But they still lacked the millions of dollars necessary to start treating MPS patients.
Although our money would grow year by year, it wouldn't be as fast as what we needed to buy time for Ryan.
Then, in April of 1997, there was a stunning announcement. A small pharmaceutical company had taken notice of Dr. Kakis's work and agreed to commit $7 million to bring enzyme replacement therapy to the children of MPS. It was the miracle the dance had been waiting for.
That was a huge miracle that happened because they made things happen now.
It was truly unbelievable, and it was an answer to a lot of prayers that had been said.
In February of 1998, the dance traveled to Los Angeles, where Ryan would receive his first enzyme treatment. It was just 2 months before his 10th birthday.
And we all put our fingers on the button and we pushed the start of the machine. I visioned, as the enzyme was flowing through the tubes into his body, that those were the dreams coming back, one by one.
Around 6 weeks, his headache stopped.
Look at that.
He had improving joint function. He could lift his hands above his head. And I think as time was passing, he realized that this enzyme therapy is changing his body. And as he has said, it's changing his life.
I was 9 when I got the medicine. And 1 year later, I was going to die. So I was real happy.
Today, Ryan continues to receive weekly treatments at the University of Texas Southwestern Medical Center. Though the enzyme therapy is a remarkable treatment, it is not a cure for MPS. But for the dance, it's the miracle that has given their son back his dreams.
I might want to be a Major League Baseball player. On my last game this year, the first time I was up, I hit the ball and it almost hit the pitcher in the head. And I scored a run.
Dr. Weber had told us that when Ryan was 3.5, that he wouldn't be a baseball player.
Plays at second base. Ryan, cover second.
And now I think he'll be whatever he wants to be, because people have helped and they have made a difference. They have provided him with the miracle that he needed.
It's truly amazing what can be accomplished when people put their hearts, minds, and souls into it. And Ryan's parents are perfect examples. They join us now from their home in Carrollton, Texas. Hello, everyone.
Hello, Richard.
Hello, Richard.
Hello, Richard.
Hey, Ryan, how old are you now and what you been up to?
I'm 12 and I went to camp and I went to Florida for a week and I've been swimming in my backyard for a long time and I've been playing with my best friends outside and playing a lot of baseball.
Wow. Well, how does it feel being almost a teenager?
It feels good because almost 3 years from now, I'm going to have my car and have a driver's license.
What kind of car?
I want to buy a Suburban or a GMC Yukon XL.
He's not going to be driving the family car?
Probably not. I'm trying to encourage him to raise the money to buy his own car.
Come on.
Well, he certainly has good role models as far as fundraising is concerned.
Hope so.
What's been happening lately with the Ryan Foundation?
We have not reached the end of the road yet. What we've done now through Dr. Kakis' work is been able to buy Ryan and all the other children some very quality time, but the answer is not over yet. We need to fix the problem for good, and that's through gene therapy. So the foundation will continue to raise funding and work with science to bring the final answer to children with MPS all over the world.
And how can our viewers find out more about the foundation?
You can receive more information by calling us at 214-632-RYAN or meet us on the website at www.ryanfoundation.org.
Terrific. Well, it's been a pleasure meeting you, and I want to wish you all the best of luck. Goodbye.
Bye, Richard.
Bye, Richard.
Goodbye, Richard.
Goodbye.